Boxing Truth here. It's Golovkin Brook fight week, and both guys displayed their skills in their open workout today, as thousands of fans actually came. There's actually more people there to watch Golovkin and Kell Brook do pad work than most PBC fights this year. But it's a big fight. It's an international event. Eddie Hearn is very excited. He's projected that this fight will do anywhere between 400, 700,000 pay-per-view buys in the UK. And both guys in their workout, they look tremendous. I mean, it just makes this fight more intriguing. And in my eyes, it makes it a real fight. I believe Gennady Golovkin is in a real fight. I think he's going to get tested in this fight. I believe it could be his most difficult fight. I'm not making a prediction just yet, but I want to talk about the fight as both guys had their open workouts. And Golovkin, he looked in good shape. He was powerful with his punches, accurate with his shots, his hooks and uppercuts. He looks ready to go. His footwork's good, speed's good, power looks excellent, his accuracy looks tremendous. And then when I saw Kell Brook do his workout, man, it makes this fight a must see for this Saturday. As Kell Brook he looked really damn good in his workout. He looked very fast despite the added weight. He looked powerful. He looked sharp. The guy's razor sharp for this fight. And he's a lot faster compared to Golovkin, but Golovkin looks a lot more powerful. So it could create for a very great fight. And Eddie Hearn was talking about, in his recent interview with Kugan Cassius, about his weight. And that Kell Brook is going to weigh 168 on fight nights for this fight. And that's pretty much the same weight he's always comes in for his past few welterweight fights. It's unbelievable Kell Brook was able to make the welterweight limit. He looked unhealthy when you compare the pictures of his 147 weigh-in and when the weigh-in he did for the recent WBC 7-day check-in weigh-in. And it's a complete transformation. You see two different people. I mean, the guy looks healthier, more jacked, and he still looks in great shape. And it's crazy that Kell Brook drained himself for so long and continued to drain himself after the weigh-in because he was the IBF champion, and the IBF has rules that you cannot weigh more than 10 pounds for the second weigh-in on the day of the fight. So Brook will have to weigh within 10 pounds after the 147-pound weigh-in. Then he would drain himself again, weigh within 10 pounds, and then he'll come into the ring. He'll re-energize and refuel, and he'll come into the ring at 168. So Golovkin may end up weighing exactly the same or only have a 2 to 3 pound weight advantage for this fight. The most 5 pounds, because I've never seen Golovkin weigh beyond 172 pounds for a fight on fight night. He truly is a small middleweight because he doesn't balloon up 20 pounds, 15 pounds like some other middleweights. Some middleweights in the past ballooned up 30 pounds like Chavez Jr. But the guy is always in shape. He's always on fight night weight, within fight night weight. And Kell Brook, he drained himself for years. And now he may be heading into this fight as it's going to be natural for him to move up to the middleweight division. It won't be the weight won't be a big factor in this fight. It's going to come down to who's better, who's the more skillful fighter, who's just the better between the two fighters. I truly believe that. And Golovkin's power may just be too much for Kell Brook, and Kell Brook may be just too fast and too mobile for Golovkin. But we're going to be in for a good fight. I've been having a feeling for a couple of weeks about Kell Brook. It's just something about this fight maybe we could be in for a surprise. But the last week I've been having a feeling about Golovkin, and I'm going back and forth right now. I don't know. I may just be bold and make that pick. I don't know. Maybe I might pick Brook to shock the world, but he's looking really good. He's looking very fast, explosive. Golovkin's in for a real fight. There's been some shit talking between the camps. Uh, Things have been smooth sailing. There's been, some gamesmanship. Brook stated that he will whip all of Golovkin's opponents. Golovkin got pissed off. He felt disrespected, and he was in an awkward position because it's his job to promote this fight, and a lot of people views this fight as a mismatch, as because they see Brook as too small. He's a big underdog, whatever. But he was in a position where he didn't like that he was being disrespected, that his resume was being disrespected by Kell Brook, especially a guy coming up in weight. So he tried to choose a smart set of words, and he said, I think no, that he would beat all of his opponents. And then he declined to answer when he was interviewed by Kugan Cassius who he thinks from Golovkin's resume would beat Kell Brook. So he decided not to answer the question because he's still promoting the fight. He still has to have people tune in, and people will tune in regardless. It's a big fight, but Golovkin still has to do his job in promoting it, and he was smart enough to not answer that question of who he thinks from his resume would beat Kell Brook. But I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, and I agree that I think we're going to learn a little more about Golovkin. We're going to learn a lot more about Kell Brook, and it's going to be a very interesting fight. Different atmosphere, different setting for Golovkin. Will that have an effect on him? Would this type of limelight and finally being the fight of this magnitude, will it affect Kell Brook? I don't know, but from what I see, he truly believes he can beat Golovkin, and he looks sensational in his open workout. And Golovkin, the same, man. And it's going to be a real fight, and I can't wait to see it. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.